Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Thomas. Tonight we're back here with Caddy, and tonight, well, time for another round of Bandicoot month, because we got ourselves the illegal world of Crash Bandicoot Bootlegs. So yeah, like I said, bootleg games from the Crash Bandicoot franchise, because if you're popular, you're always going to expect a couple bootlegs to show up here and there. Which, speaking of bootlegs, we're going to get to JonTron's videos on those topics, you know? Yeah, I know, it's been a while, but for now, might as well see Caddy's view on those bootlegs. So be sure to like, subscribe for more. Hope you enjoy. Let's go. Caddy? Caddy? Oh, there you are. Need help?
Help!
Okay. You. Bonk. Aw, didn't even take the crystal with you.
Bandicoot!
Okay, that actually does look
Hey everybody,
dope.
how are you
Caddy.
doing? Trick question?
Just chilling.
Don't care. Don't mind me, you just walked in while I was playing Beat Mania with the PS1 DJ turntable.
This is all I can show you. Make a good sound.
Wow, thanks DJ Mouth. The month is June, I've had my 28th birthday, the sun is out, the birds are singing. Tweet, tweet, twitty, tweet. And all of this can only mean one thing.
Like, tweet, tweet, motherfucker.
It's Bandicoot.
Bandicoot month. Sorry, and we're done. What?
Bandicoots. Did you know that there are a surprising number of illegal copies of Crash Bandicoot games made by random members of the public completely unofficially and then sold on the shelves?
See? Hi! What broke? Oh. You alive? Caddy?
Because there are, and if you were lucky enough to live in China or Russia in the early to mid 2000s before Putin food in a tin, there's a good chance that you would have found some of these on physical Game Boy and Game Boy Advance cartridges in dodgy flea markets. I'm not talking about online flash games, fan projects, or ROM hacks. These are mistranslated, they're illegal, they're infamous, they're Crash Bandicoot bootlegs.
Hey.
But if you couldn't tell, I'm not Chinese. I'm Caddy,
I'm
but
American.
that doesn't mean I couldn't find any of these things. In fact, I found these three right here. And the first one is known as 2003 Crash 2 Advance for the Game Boy Color. And when you look at the...
What the?
No, I'm not touching that.
Yeah,
Bye,
he's like,
everyone.
"See
Have a
ya."
nice life. This
Peace.
confounded thing was made by the company Syntax, which sounds like a groin cream. And looking at this cartridge, I think I'm going to need some of it because, oh me, oh my, is this cover giving me the chase. We appear to be in a European skiing resort, while a bit of Crash Bash hangs out in the background there, and Crash with green warts over there, and an angry shoe, and... Humpty Dumpty with a shotgun. English treasures. Oh boy, that reminds me of the time we wanted to see Lady and the Tramp, so we all got in our truck and went on a trip to the train station because the road was too full of traffic. The product is fit for Game Boy Color or a machine.
The
product is fit for a machine. What kind of machine? This one.
Well, bye-bye bootleg.
Serene life of people is in this fine cosmos. There is an unknown object in the mysterious space to surround the Earth high speed to exercise to come over. Then we cut to Uka Uka. Where is he? I do not Ow, to how I still take you nearby. You disappointed me too many times. And then all of a sudden, Cortex steps in. Forgives me, I wasted so many years to try to conquer those stupid people. Trust me, I have a plan for resident of the weak and small people on Earth. And then we cut to Cortex enacting his evil plan and his final declaration to the planet. I'm coming. And apparently he did too much because now the planet is covered in blood. Finally, mankind of my planet have already completed. The Earth mankind will admit for my super intelligence. Your god I am. I am your ruler. Ha! Finally, I won't. And now no one can obstructed me. Oh dear, what a dire situation. Who can possibly fix it? Oh, I know. Cash Banuka and King Chicken Crash. Alter evil to be straight. Go to rescue will sort on the cosmos that super hardship in of living to work properly.
Why are you
okay, then we see some flapping paper, then we see a dead whale fly across the screen, and then whoa! There's the title screen. 2003 Crash 2 The Huge Adventure on the Game Boy Colon. Off to stage 1 we go then.
What the?
Now this is a story all about how I I caught Ebola and then I died. This isn't Crash Bandicoot. It's my granddad in his sweatpants on his way to the tool shed. You can do everything Crash can do in this game. You can jump and you can spin. You can't spin, and your mission is to travel through the jungle, kill all of the My Little Pony puppies, and collect Wumpa fruit by breaking boxes. Or by breaking the same invisible box forever until you die, and then you wake up again and wish you were still dead, and then eat your own face and die. Check it out, you can even crouch in this game. This is great! Who needs a bucket and mop when you've got Crash's mouth? Oh wait, oh god, I can't stand up. Why can't I stand up? Why am I still crouching? There's an enemy coming for me. What am I supposed to do? Get out of the way! Get out of the way!
And he's dead.
Is that a dead beaver? What is that? Tell me, Gammy Dewar. Okay, let's try this again. See? I'm doing much better this time. I even got a crystal. Look at that. Let's pick it up.
What the? Shotgun? What did Crash get a shotgun?
This is fine. No, this is fine. I'm okay. It's only Crash Bandicoot with a sawn-off shotgun. Nothing to see. This is good, actually. He went from looking like my granddad running for the garage to my granddad going duck hunting with his shirt off. I mean, the gun itself is totally worthless since you can't shoot downwards and every enemy is too small to hit, like the dreaded fiendish rabbit. But this image alone makes it all worth it. Oh, cool, a platform. Is this the end of the level? No? Why aren't you moving? What do I do? Can I go back? No. Well, I can get behind the waterfall and go... But I can't jump back up to the start of the level and I can't reset the level. I'm completely stuck. Is this the end of the game? Did I win? Did it break?
I feel like to.
Call now and receive a free toaster for your sandwich.
This is Crash Advance 4 on the Game Boy Advance, and from the offset, this is some disappointing cover art. From a distance, you'd actually think it was the real thing, and that sucks. Crash doesn't even have his nipple knees, and it gets even more disappointing when you start the game because it looks really normal too, aside from the slightly lawsuity music. There's something strange in your neighborhood. Who you gonna call? The policeman. Level 1, dreamlike water city. And the environment is fine. The enemies are taken straight out of other Crash GBA games. Crash himself doesn't look like an orange toilet with suspenders on. What could there possibly be to talk about? Well, how about this? Where the hell am I going? Where am I landing? Where are the pits? Where are the enemies? I have no clue because everything is too zoomed in. Oh, and by the way, this isn't a special attack or anything. Crash just throws shit now, and it's bright blue because he's throwing his own tears since his own face up here makes him cry. You better stop crying though and keep yourself hydrated, Cash, because this place you're in has like 5 million suns. Whenever you think you've seen the last one, another one pops in. How is everything here not a liquid? Oh, does this mean that I can get my Bandicoot medium rare? All you do here is run, jump, play bowling, bounce on solid gold prolapses, and pray to God that wherever you jump doesn't immediately end with you falling into a pit and dying instantly. But it doesn't matter how much you pray, you will keep falling. Your God does not listen. There is a way around this, though. Whenever you throw things, you freeze in midair. So whenever you want to make your jump a big old longy, you can keep it going basically forever and land wherever you want nice and safely.
Ha! Give me 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5.
Yeah. You want to see something weird? Yeah. Even if you die and start the level over again, whenever you kill this specific enemy, the music completely changes.
Really? What the?
And why is that?
Your mom!
What the?
Oh.
Okay, where'd the music go?
What's going on? Why has it gone quiet? Is this a creepypasta? Is this cashbanuka.exe? Is it because I got this game from that man who lived in the rubbish? Is it really a jump scare? Where's Squidward? I couldn't get past level 1. I tried at least twice. I give up easily. But it's just too hard. It controls like gob. Not to mention the game is quite obviously horrible, which is extra sneaky because the way the cartridge looks and the way the game itself looks gives you the impression that it might at least be a tiny bit decent. But no, in the end, it's just as pleasant as finding a nasty surprise on your foot.
What? There's something on my other foot now? How dirty is this floor? Hello, I'm Sparce!
I was wondering where you were. What the hell? Is that a vacuum? He's just gonna... A little too light.
And I'm here to tell you that this video has been sponsored by Epic Games because Fall Guys has now gone free to download and play across the PlayStation, Switch, Xbox, and Epic Games Store.
Although there are still extra items you can purchase with your own money.
At this point, you must all know what Fall Guys is, and it's treasured all over the world for not being frustrating at all and being beloved by absolutely everybody.
Oh boy, except for you apparently.
What? No.
Awkward.
I didn't say those things. What are
Yes,
you
you
talking
did.
about? Shut up!
Well, it's very lucky then that my past thoughts no longer apply because the game is free to play now.
With this new June 21st launch, there is even a new online season called Free For All, with new rounds, shows, costumes, gameplay situations, and the added bonus of cross-platform play and cross-progression to keep your old save data updated on every console, like when you share your granddad's teeth with all the food still stuck in them. Plus, if you played Fall Guys at any point before June 21st, you get awarded a new legacy pack with a load of stuff like a veggie dog costume, feisty dwarf costume, and a season pass for Season 1. So don't delay, head to the description and download and play Fall Guys across all platforms today.
It's for free,
and it's across
for you
all
and me.
platforms because when you play the game, you're across all platforms.
Yeah, might want to work on that, buddy.
Oh, there's a cornflake in here. Right, so Nintendo have failed us, but have no fear, because Sega are here to sweep us off our feet with
Sega!
Crash Bandicoot Mega Drive. And I, for one, have a lot of
Mega
faith in
Drive.
this one. I mean, after all, Crash
Sure.
and I go way back. We're so in sync.
That was good.
The cartridge.
Yeah, you gotta wonder, like, what the heck is going on with these transitions? They're cool, don't get me wrong, but what the hell is happening here? I mean, is anyone able to follow this? Because, frankly, I'm still trying to figure it out myself. But, hey, still fun to watch, right? Anyway.
Of this is once again thoroughly disappointing. Everything is spelled correctly, it's an official render of Crash, it has balloons, and come on, who doesn't love balloons? Hey, where's Crash gone? Hello, who have we got to thank for this game then? Ah, I see, KDS, which of course stands for
Kids, Dad's playing a new game, come and see. Oh my god, were you just sick?
Okay, we've got a
Probably.
sketchy title
Is
screen.
that Crash of the
Okay, we've
Titans
got
now?
some words, I think that's what they are. What does Google Translate think it says? Dr. Cortex kidnaps the cream girl Theone in order for the cream to fill his Ilovi.
What?
Yep, I don't need to see anymore. Bye!
Then the game
I hope you
starts
had a
up
crash
and
pad in there.
this is just Zero the
Crash?
Kamikaze Squirrel. No, I'm not trying to make a
Zero the
comparison
what?
joke, even though they are extremely funny. I mean, this is literally just Zero the Kamikaze Squirrel for the Sega Genesis. It's
apples
more of a
instead of
ROM hack than
shuriken.
anything. And even with that being said, it's a terrible one because the only hacked parts I could see were that you are a little bit sunburned and instead of throwing
Okay.
ninja stars, you throw apples. Because we all know how Crash Bandicoot loves his apples.
Yes, they're apples.
Again, Wumpa.
No, they're not what you think they are. They're apples. The conspiracy theories have to stop. They are apples. You're wrong. Crash Bandicoot on the Mega Drive told me so.
What?
And Alex Jones.
I can't say anything interesting
Well, listen,
about this.
Axel
It isn't Cash
Alex Jones.
Banuka. It's a squirrel named after how many shits I give about him.
So,
Zero.
Nintendo have failed us. Sega have failed us. So in these dire times, where can one turn to? This way?
No.
Or this way? Whoa! Oh!
Whoa!
Screw me! It's the
Cash
real life,
Banuka.
actual Colin! Whoa! What's that? There's one more Crash Bandicoot bootleg that I forgot to talk about? Whoa! What will I do without you?
What do you got?
Smell. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Okay, more accurately, there's one more Nintendo Crash bootleg that isn't actually on a Nintendo console, but is
Really?
based off of NES code and dumped alongside dozens of other NES games on this
there's-
thing here, the Family Karaoto, an entire knockoff console only sold in Brazil. It looks like a slim PS1, it has a gun, and it has
Brazil.
teeth. My ideal spouse. And if you can find any
Ugh,
of these
that
things
looks
to buy
bad.
online, then you're a better human than me, because I scoured for ages looking for somewhere to buy one safely, but all I could find were the company's Facebook page, a load of sketchy photos taken with an old pair of trousers, and a baby made of lard.
This is starting to creep me out. Basically,
Yeah,
wherever
this
I
is
look,
why
I
I probably
could not
just stick
get
with
this
ROMs.
console itself.
Or just
which is honestly a
emulators, yeah.
huge blow to my ego, because if I was able to find a fully boxed Japanese PS1 Winnie the Pooh microphone controller and a PS1 memory card floppy disk adapter, I have absolutely no excuse for this.
Isn't too late now to say sorry! Either way, on this special little device is a huge collection of illegal copies of 8-bit Nintendo games, including all the classics you'd expect, like Mario, Kirby, Mega Man, Alien 3, Nuts, Milk, Arabian, and Door, but even better, it also has a Crash Bandicoot game that is completely original and only available on this console.
Unless you do a little bit of digging on foreign websites and find yourself a website.
Hope you got your VPN on.
And find a website where someone from Portugal decided to take the console and rip all of the games that are on it individually and upload them for you to download. Yes, ladies and gents, this game we're going to emulate. And that makes me pretty cool.
Crash, are you reaching for me? Are you reaching out to touch my heart? This game isn't hideous. It's playable. I'm speechless.
It's not that bad,
but I'm going to talk anyway. This is basically an 8-bit Crash game. What else is there to say? It looks like Crash. You've got the moves like Crash.
Screen Terry there,
There's Wumpa Fruit boxes. The stages end and bring you to new stages. I was actually able to finish this game, if you can believe it. Sure, it only took me 4 minutes and 51 seconds, but I did it. Crash, I would do anything for you in those leather hot pants. Sadly, it is still a bootleg. It runs like a waste disposal unit. You can't spin while jumping.
Really
you change races when you die. And most of the time, it isn't so much like you're playing a game and instead more like you're watching your nan fall over in the kitchen. But damn it, I wouldn't be surprised if you told me this was an 8-bit Crash Bandicoot fan project, not a weird Brazilian bootleg. Don't you just love it when choppy games like this struggle to load anything at the edges of the screen and it just shows you a load of garbled stomach acids and random colors? Running forward is always a surprise. You never know what's going to materialize from the edge next, like Crash's worst enemy, the Salamander. Crash Bandicoot NES has not left me disgruntled. I'm gruntled.
And if you can believe it, that is the last Crash bootleg that the internet seems to know about. Yeah,
Really?
No kidding. I swear, I've seen Sonic bootlegs and Mario bootlegs by the dozens over the years, but I guess Crash just never reached that level of rip-off ability. Guys, Crash Bandicoot is good enough. He deserves to be stolen.
Don't give him my disc.
What?
There's more where?
What do you mean?
There are Crash bootlegs that no one else has spoken of.
Really?
You mean the
Where at?
iPhone games?
Yes. Yes.
Why are you on my hands?
Well then, hot diggity. It turns out that there's more games to see, even though we all thought it was over. So you know what that means? Yes, everyone, it's time for yet another
Caddy. It's not. Bounce round.
Yeah, my phone was just in the other room.
Yeah, believe it or not, I couldn't find anyone online talking about these illegal rip-off games on smartphone stores, so allow me to pop the lesion. Let's start off with this gem, Crash Fox Skate Runner, developed by Crash Bandicoot himself. You can enjoy this Crash Fox skating games and cube block games by simply controlling your players, that is, stand upon rolling cylinders in Sky Roller games. Do you need help? App Privacy, the developer, Crash Bandicoot, indicated that the app's privacy practices may include handling of data as described below. Crash Bandicoot is going to steal my location data! I can't wait any longer. Let's play.
Oh, shit. What am I... Oh, that's cheap. No wonder it's free.
Can I get some tissue paper?
Why?
Hey, if I can't get some tissue paper, then we're gonna have an issue paper!
Well, that was fun, wasn't it? Crash Fox Skate Runner is a game where you swipe left and right to steer the classic PS1 mascot Crash Fox while he walks on top of Pringles, you know, as he's known to do. If you don't collect enough yellow to get over the gaps, you fall and die, which happens extremely frequently because there simply isn't enough yellow to drive into. The's nothing else to say other than it's perfectly. And then you get rewarded with an ad for Train Station 2, sequel to the critically acclaimed best game ever, Train Station 1. Wait a second. I got a voucher for Tesco's! Well, that was disgusting. What have we got next? Here it is. It's Crazy Fox Adventure in Time. It doesn't look like Crash at all, but this is what came up when I searched for him on the App Store, so I'll have to take their word for it. Crazy Fox Adventure in Time is a 2,5D platformer inspired by classic PSX games. It features low-poly graphics, 2 different ways of characters steering, time of the day, and I guess the guy who wrote this got interrupted and killed by rabbits, with this being his final call for help. The game has 1 rating. And it's 1 out of 5. Excellent. Let's give it a look then.
What the?
Hey there, lady. Can I have your number?
What the fuck am I looking at here?
So I can ring you and tell you how vile you are? Right, so we need to get things crystal clear. This is not inspired by classic PSX games. This is a classic PSX game. It's called Crash Bandicoot. Ever heard of it? It's a great game. It has a warp room with level pads to stand on, wooden boxes with symbols on them, crystals to collect, red TNT crates, green nitro crates, spinning, crouching and slide jumping, and not being able to jump on top of enemies without dying. I highly recommend it. It's a classic. So yeah, take Crash Bandicoot side-scrolling levels and just make it not as good. That's what Crazy Fox Adventure in Time is. It's not awful at all. It works, but it just makes you wish you were playing an actual Crash game instead, which is as close to a compliment as I can get. Why does Crash Bandicoot keep wanting me to play Train Station 2? Oh, it even has this vehicle segment where you're on rollerblades and can't stop moving, but it controls like arse, it's totally impossible, it isn't interesting, and it's as fun to deal with as Taco Bell Bumwee.
Who called?
Hello?
Yes. Okay, bye. What's it?
There was no one there. Next up, we've got Zombies
Zombies Run?
Crash Bandicoot, drive ahead through the zombie highway in a race to save your family. Arm yourself with an arsenal of powerful weapons, and is this a joke? Are you okay? Are you having a fever? Is your house on fire? Do I need to call the heat ambulance? I'm not so sure about this, but let's give it a look anyway. Allow Zombies Run to track your activity across other companies' apps and websites. No!
Yeah, no.
Right then, here we go. Zombies Roadkill. Oh, it changed its own name. That's good. I understand it. Level 1.
This is a bootleg of Crash?
Damn, guys, I feel just like a kid again.
Did you just
playing Crash Bandicoot on my PlayStation? Look, it's got the
desperate
taxis and the school bus and the machine gun. And don't forget, you'd better run over every zombie you come across, though, because if you don't, then they'll jump onto your car and... By the way, the truck here is impossible to steer. Look at this. What the hell am I supposed to do here? Stop it! Then all of a sudden, out of completely nowhere, we get my favorite cutscene in all of the Crash Bandicoot games. The bit in the cafe starring Robbie Williams, and he signs something which makes this woman lose her goddamn mind.
There you go.
What'd you do that for? Oh, you ruined it!
Look, man, if you're gonna do a sponsored ad, you're going to upset people, so at least do it right.
Excuse me, can I ask you a favour? It's not for me, it's for my mum.
Hello, I'm Ronce Williams! Oh, come on now. I've been playing for all of 90 seconds and you want me to rate the game? Fine. If you're asking for it, you're getting it. 1 star. Write a review.
Ooh, they're gonna get
Title. Cortex is too hard. This game is so hard that it made me scratch my scalp off my pretty head. Time to send and... Enter a nickname. Okay. Halal Meat. This nickname is taken. Enter another and try again. Who called themselves Halal Meat? Okay, fine. Halal Meat 5000. Done. Thanks for your feedback. You're not welcome. Well, hey, if I can give this game at least 1 point of praise, Zombies Run is free to play. And believe it or not... Can't believe I'm saying this again. Those are the only Crash bootlegs that I could find on the iPhone App Store.
Really?
Yeah, it's depressing, isn't it? But that's okay.
I guess
just means I need to steal an Android phone from one of my kids. Oi, give me your phone. Okay. Not that one. Not that one. Not that one. No. Not that one.
No.
That's phone, not a phone. Thank you. Goodbye.
Thank you.
Wait, what do you mean goodbye?
Oh yeah, my bases are now all covered. I have all the power. And just like that classic quote said, with great power...
Great responsibility? The
first thing we're going to look at is wallpapers for Crash HD 4K. Nice and simple. Let's give it a look.
Just wallpaper, apparently. Is that a game? I feel lied to.
Maybe the games themselves are better, so I'll download a few proper ones and we'll be right as rain. Don't make me eat my words, Android.
They are.
Although saying that, I might just eat them anyway because they're very nice.
But kids, don't just stop there. Why don't you make it a complete breakfast and sprinkle it with some of the fluff from your couch?
Cause we'd rather have a bowl of embedded pet hair.
So the first proper game we're going to be looking at is...
Crash Bandy.
Crash Bandy.
Hang on.
Wow, I'm Jump, just like Crash Bandy.
I said that.
Yes, you did.
Did I make this?
Time to start the game up then.
Don't fix it.
You know what? I don't want to play games on YouTube anymore. I want to be an animal fact channel. Did you know that the zebra eats grass, lives for up to 25 years, and is one of the few mammals that can actually see in colour? No, I did not know this. And there's more. Did you know that the giraffe eats leaves, lives up to 25 years, and... Challenge. A giraffe's tongue is over 50 centimetres long. Can you find something in your house that's the same length? Yes. My tapeworm.
So yeah, Crash Bandy on Android. A game where crabs slide on oil, you walk into crates to make them fall apart, you jump on bouncy boxes without ever moving your legs, and Aku Aku is bold. Oh, hole. A shit. Well, I just broke the only box I could use to get around it, so what do I do now?
We could walk across gaps.
Well, of course. Well, hey, at least they managed to steal the Crash Bandicoot staples like TNTs. Oh, okay. Should I spin it? I'm gonna spin it.
This game's too good for this Earth. Have it, God! Yeah, that game was pretty good, but I've got to say, the worst part of it was the title. Come on, guys. Work on your grammar.
Hey, you're the one that says Cash Panuka.
Maybe the next game we check out will be better, and surely they can at least spell it right. Crush Bandy Fox Adventure.
What? Caddy's giving up. He's under the table.
You know
now.
what? You should never judge a book by its cover unless it's this one. Let's give it a look.
Wow.
Well, the game doesn't load. I tried multiple times to get it working, but it just kept crashing right as it opened up. All I get is half a second of a quaint little cabin and an orange hairy truck, then it stops immediately. I can't play this one, and that makes me sick. All right, fine, let's try another one, like Super Crash Battle Adventure. Right, so at first, this game also refused to load, and I was really disappointed because how could you not want to see what is beyond this gorgeous title screen and the game logo in Times New Roman? I kept pressing start, but nothing was happening. I was starting to get really pissy, and not the warm kind, but then all of a sudden, after press number 72, we get the PSP version of Crash of the Titans. Yeah, that is all that this is. A direct port of the PSP version of Crash of the Titans, but interrupted every 60 seconds with an ad for Victoria's Plums. I mean, if you ever wanted to play the PSP version of Crash of the Titans with the touch controls and constant adverts, then you're all set. What? Is that not enough? Well, how about a fast forward button to make the game sound like death? Crash Tiki's Choice. It's like the Teen Choice Awards, except culturally insensitive.
Boom down big.
Now this game is a single button. Yeah, that's it. Make a question, then touch the Tiki mask. Okay.
How do I become more attractive?
Eat fruit!
Can I command an army of angry bats?
Anything is possible if you try.
Oh, you know what? This thing isn't too bad. What should we ask now? How many spoons of sugar is best for a cup of tea?
Eat fruit!
Oh, okay. We were doing so well. Right, let's go heavier. How do we solve world hunger?
Eat fruit!
How do I lose weight?
Eat fruit!
How do I gain weight?
Eat fruit!
When am I allowed back in the rowing club?
Eat fruit!
How do I grow fruit?
Eat fruit!
How many babies am I legally allowed to step on?
Ooga booga! Oh, screw this fool. I'm gonna ask Ooga Ooka for his advice.
When is the best time to take pasta off of a boil?
That's it?
What is the cure for AIDS?
That's not my problem.
We done yet? Jeez.
Crash Tiki's Choice. You know, I wish it was like the Teen Choice Awards. At least we'd have a sponsor.
Hello everyone, my name is Uncle Funkle and my favourite snack is knobbly brown thing on a stick.
Regret?
It's not shit.
Next up is Bandicoot Tower, a game where you tap on the screen to put one box on the screen to build a box tower and hope to God that the next box appears above your current box because there's no pattern or rhythm to where the next box is going to appear. And by the way, nothing seems to happen if you keep building all over the place, so feel free to tap the screen over and over again like... Oh. Hi there. Old. Next up, we have Coco Crash Adventure Rescue. Jumming mission. Jumming mission.
Jumming mission.
What the hell is jumming?
I know what it is. Let me tell you about it.
No! Let's boot it up then. Oh, shit off. Do half of these games not even load? I don't get it. Why would you spend any time making a game only to put it on an app store and not even have it start? Look, it just doesn't go. I'm trying. Go, jumping mission. Go! I want to jump! To give them credit, though, they so nearly got the title correct. They were so close. It's like if the new Duke Nukem game was called Duke Unkempt. Or if the Dire Straits were called the... Diarrheas. Well, perhaps the next game we look at will have a completely normal title that makes perfect sense and is spelled correctly. Crash the Fox Bandy.
Where are
He's got it.
I got tuberculosis.
Oh.
Your favourite Hogwild, Crash the Fox Bandy, is back. I can't wait. Actually, before we get into the game, I have to ask, how many of these bootleg dumps are there on Android? There's none on iPhone, none on Nintendo, none on Sega. They're all on here. I'm more shocked than that Ethiopian kid that went to a water park. Do you know what Crash the Fox Bandy is? Oh, sorry, I mean Crash the V2 Bandy. I guess that's his engine size. Well, it's Subway Surfers. Yeah, that's all it is. It's an endless runner game for your phone, like Temple Run or even Crash Bandicoot on the Run if you want to be a dick. Except in this game, you're controlling a blinding yellow fox in a baby onesie melting through the floor, and when the fox bandy gets caught, the racially questionable tribal men chasing you start making cowboy noises. Because why pick a side in the American Indian Wars when you can have both? And then all of a sudden there's a lovely ad that says how not to kill a plant.
So you're saying you don't like it?
I'm just about ready to cut off my own arms at this point, so before I go, I'm going to take a look at one more Android game that I was able to download and get working. And it's called Super Crashing Bird. Time is nearly up and my pants are nearly down, so let's get this over with.
What? Yeah, just
That's it. Everyone, we've ascended. Life could cease tomorrow and we'd all be happy. The crossover to defeat Avengers Endgame finally happened. Crash Bandicoot and Angry Birds. From what I was able to stomach, this is basically the first Crash Bandicoot game remade entirely with this thing, some of the floatiest, gassiest controls I've ever seen, and boxes with the troll face on. Because that's what the kids are into these days.
I hope that was not.
My queen. At the very least, I was hoping for this bird to look slightly tasty because it's making me hungry, but that's not a bird, it's a hairy hemorrhoid. This isn't a bird I'd like to cook. What? You don't like eating birds? What are you? A vegetarian? I mean, look at it. Look at it! You want me to explain why this is bad? You want me to sit here and explain in depth in a 3-hour critical analysis about Super Crashing Bird? You have eyes, right? And if you don't have eyes, well, I'm not even sorry, because if you're playing this, you don't want them. Let this be a warning to every parent all over the world. If your kid asks for a Crash Bandicoot game and you're so cheap that you just download this on their phone for free, don't give that phone back to them because they will grab you and they will kill you. Oh! No! Don't do it! I'm so sorry! Stop it! No! Don't take me away! And that's it. No more Crash Bandicoot bootlegs. It's kind of sad, isn't it? I was expecting to go on a lot longer than this, but I guess Cash Banuka never made that much of an impact on the bootleg world. But still, only these 3 cartridges exist? Give me a break, that's pathetic. Could I at least get one more physical Crash Bandicoot bootleg to look at for this video?
Wait, what?
What's that? There is one more physical bootleg? Are you sure about that, Caddy?
Caddy!
Well, Caddy knows his stuff. Apparently, we need to get in the car and find this sad old man inside this sad old man inside this sad old man inside this. And he said we'll know when we find it because apparently this bootleg is the size of a man.
That's a man.
That doesn't sound right.
Yeah, no more rephrase that.
Wet.
Well, it turns out he is right. The next bootleg is actually man-sized because it's a tissue. Because it's a gambling machine only available in UK pubs, and its name is Cash Bandicoot.
Really?
And you know how I know about this? Well, it's an interesting story. A friend of mine called Bootleg went away from our city a few years ago to go on an internet installation job and found this gambling machine in a bar he was visiting. He took a picture of it and sent it to me recently, and I went ha 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 ha, and then it got me interested in figuring out what it is and where it came from, so I did some Googling and ended up on a Reddit thread about rip-off video games and found this picture of an advertisement for the machine. First of all, it mentioned the company that sold the machine, RLMS Sales, so I decided to Google them and see if I could buy the machine myself, only to then discover the company had one single one-star review and it was permanently closed forever, so I guess they weren't able to keep their business afloat with Cash Bandicoot. But oh, what's this? The image mentioned all the pubs around the UK that the machine was available to purchase for, but as you can see from this map, the UK has more pubs than blades of grass, so narrowing down which exact pubs around the country could possibly have this machine in them would be an impossibility. Until my good friend then decided to go through his hotel booking emails from around the time he remembered taking that photo because he didn't remember exactly what pub it was and where in the UK it was, which then led him to figuring out it was the outskirts of Manchester, meaning we had to then narrow down which pub it could possibly be around and about that particular hotel. And after ringing up the hotel directly and blankly asking them if they were the ones who owned the machine, and let me tell you, it's incredibly upsetting ringing up a hotel to ask them if they just so happen to have a gambling machine with a Hawaiian orange rat on it. They said they were pretty sure it was them and asked if the photo he took had any reddish beigey coloured walls in the background, and yes it does. So then she confirmed on the phone that it was that bar in that hotel in the outskirts of Manchester that the machine was in. But sadly, I live 3 hours away from Manchester.
Oh boy. Road trip?
So I drove there. Hello, I'm Dad Face. Welcome to my car.
You do that every time.
You know, he's my son. You have to check he's clean. I just thought, Christ, what if after all of this driving and getting to the hotel and finding the pub and all of this shit that we're doing, we get there
and it's not there
and the machine isn't there. I know they said on the phone it was.
Well, I guess.
What if it isn't?
Pretty sure they lied.
Calm down, don't start huffing and puffing.
Don't tell me to start huffing and puffing, or I'll start hissing and pissing. Now I know what you're thinking. There's no way in hell that Caddy would drive all this way out in the middle of nowhere, far away from home, for the sake of one joke to look at one bootleg Crash Bandicoot gambling machine. Well, that's where you're wrong.
Never underestimate
There's a service station. We're at a service station. I don't know where it is exactly, because all of the road signs leading up to this point have just said the north in big capital letters, so we're somewhere north, which is where Manchester is. But that's where we are, and so I didn't get in the car and drive, and he's pretending to go to Manchester for this. No, here is a video of me at the road sign of the location where this pub supposedly is. Hello, Manchester. Mm-hmm. Hello. Terrace as well.
Service station salad.
Yeah, there you go. There's proof there. That was from M&S Food, and it was sweet and crunchy, and reduced.
Was it?
Yeah, it was old and mouldy.
I didn't know that.
Did you want to die in the north?
No.
You had to die of food poisoning in the north. The north! I didn't have any food because I wasn't hungry, thanks for asking. And then we managed to find the place. We're on our way now. Oh, please be there. Please be there. That's the building. Please be there. Right, okay, here we go.
Let's see here.
This is gonna look really weird, isn't it? I'm sorry, everybody. Could it be around this corner? No.
Yeah.
Oh, we've got some machines here. We've got some machines. They're not the ones. No. Okay, it's fine. I think I can see another one over there. I'm just gonna quick mosey along here. No, that's not it either. Okay, I've been all over this damn pub now. I really can't find it. I've even been in the family eating section, and I'm getting some looks that I can't even describe them. They are looks. They're
like, what the fuck
but
is
I didn't
this
want to
guy
come
doing?
out all this way for nothing, so I went to the bar and talked to some staff.
Hiya, this is a really weird question, so please forgive me.
I explained the situation to the lovely barman, asked him if he knew anything about this elusive Cash Bandicoot gambling machine, and then he delivered some extremely bad news.
The pub actually changed the machines out every 6 months.
Okay.
The walls repainted since then.
Oh God, really?
It looks like it's from a long time ago.
God, see, that's not what we were taught on the phone.
So yeah, it turns out that the lady we spoke to on the phone was off her nut. She had no clue what she was talking about. The gambling machine wasn't only not there, but hadn't been there for ages. But ultimately, I don't think it matters, because what else can I say about this other than it's a pub gambling machine that is only ever used by sweaty, round men that get totally blind drunk and leave all of the buttons greasier than Colonel Sanders' face.
I did that whole trip.
For nothing.
A 6-hour round trip. And what have I got to show for it? A t-shirt that stinks of sweat and beer, a stolen phone with Crash the Fox Bandy on it, and a Game Boy Color game with Danny DeVito holding a shotgun. Dude, I just want a good birthday present this year. Is that too much to ask? Ooh! Door!
Hello!
Oh, that's nice.
Oh my God!
Hello.
Oh, it's me! The best present I could have ever wanted. Thank you so
Please subscribe and don't forget to hit that bell.
God.
Okay, so we didn't manage to find the gambling machine, which is a big old piss off, but on the way home, I did manage to find where Sponce lives when he hasn't got a sponsor to promote.
Spawn Lane.
Sponce Lane!
Hello!
It's actually really funny. There's Spawn Lane. Jeez. Well, too bad they couldn't find the tank thing, Crash Bandicoot. Yeah, but then again, too little too late. So, plus I don't think they're gonna be able to get the hardware going for that, considering that looked like a physical machine. So, oof. All right, Caddy, that sucks. Okay. Anyway, so let me know what you guys think of these Crash Bandicoot, bootlegs. And until next time, like, subscribe for more. See ya.